And again, some challenges they come and they keep on coming, like keep on going. And it's almost like, okay, that challenge is about to end, but no, there's no end. They keep coming. Um, and I'm like, man, like what I'm gonna do this. But then, these things are coming to my mind, and the reality is, it doesn't matter how hard it is. It doesn't matter how stressed or how emotionally drained you feel. It doesn't matter if you're going through trauma bonding or fear of abandonment, whatever it is. I urge you to show up. No matter what, show up. Show up. Even if you have nothing to say, even if all you can get out of yourself are tears, even if the people that trusted you in the past, they're no longer trusting you because you're under so much stress that you cannot function properly, even if you are going through medication, even if the doctors gave some news that are like, hey, you are dying. Like, by the way, we're all gonna die. But even if you got the worst news that you could possibly imagine, I urge you to show up. Now, show up. But why I'm going to show up? Because it's not about the people. The act of show up, the act of love. Love is an action. And when you're loving yourself and you love your family and you love people that you care and you have nothing left, like think about this, you have nothing left, but you show up. This build consistency. And the consistency that you're building is what is going to help you to keep elevating. You keep going, you keep elevating yourself. Now, of course, it's much easier said than done. And I am in this roller coaster. And I mentioned this a few times that for me, the highlight of the week are Monday mornings when I come here, even and I think I'm not going to do it, but I show up anyways and I record these messages. Like, yes, I am talking to some of you guys that are watching me and I see the hearts coming and some comments. But most importantly, the main reason that I'm realizing that I'm doing this is not really for you. I'm doing this for me because when I'm feeling down, I come back to my own videos and I rewatch. I watch my body language, where my eyes are looking, how am I reacting, how is my pronunciation, how is my English, whatever the reason might be. And for me, today is a moment to say, I am showing up to show gratitude to God, to show gratitude for my life, to show gratitude to my friends, to show gratitude for the betrayal, to show up gratitude, to show gratitude for the individuals that inspire me to keep on going. It's also to show gratitude to the individuals that think I am crazy, that I'm irresponsible. And hey, there's one guy I follow, is one of the greatest influencers in Brazil right now. The guy is like growing, one of the fastest growing brands in Brazil. And I was watching one of his videos and he was saying, you know what, you gotta be ready to throw your reputation out of the window. Now, it's not going out there and being irresponsible, but when things are going extremely well, people will praise you, people want to be around you, people want to talk to you, people will talk about you, people are going to refer you, your phone don't stop ringing. But when things they start going in a direction that is different than the direction that you imagined and you designed, the same group of people, they will not longer answer the phone calls, or they're going to send you nasty messages, or they're going to start talking things. Oh, I knew this guy this and this guy that. But no matter what, show up, answer the phone, make those difficult phone calls, have those difficult conversations. And even if you try, and the individuals that are trying to have these conversations or the situation, and I'm just thinking about many different scenarios, they are not ready to have these conversations with you. Keep on going and keep on moving. You gotta show up. Um, I've been lately talking about some individuals, talking with some individuals about mindset and talking about passion and talking about vision. I was offered a few different opportunities recently, and I'm working in an amazing team right now with Dali Berson for Streetwise Mortgages. We're doing some great things. as a cross-border financial advisor helping Canadians to get their mortgage in the US. Anyway, it's an interesting and amazing initiative that I'm in, and I've been talking more and more about this. But, I was having this conversation recently, and this person told me, you got to do what you got to do, no matter what. It's like, well, but what if you are not like happy? No, you gotta do it regardless. Well, what if what you are about to do is not what you're supposed to do? No, you gotta do it no matter what. And then I'm thinking, well, are the things you're doing in alignment with your purpose? Oh no, I just want to pursue my passion. But hey, nothing wrong with that. But I am learning that follow your purpose is greater than following your passion. Purpose is greater than passion. But in order to find what the purpose is, you gotta know what your vision is. Are you someone living by a mission and a vision? Or you are someone just going through the motions with life? I also learned that we have different types of individuals around us. You have those people that are people, we have those individuals that they are attached, and you have those individuals that are assigned. And those individuals that are attached, they are attached to you while you have something to offer. But at the moment, you are no longer that person that can offer something. When you come to a point that you're no longer somebody that they don't trust anymore, or you are no longer somebody that can fulfill whatever going on in their lives. So when you're not there anymore, the attachment will, what's going to happen? Will detach. But the individuals that are assigned, when you understand the assignment, you are going to find your ride and die no matter what. Not when things are going great, but when things are going bad. Not only when you're winning, but when you are learning. Not only when you are feeling the best, but when you are feeling the worst. It's not only when everything you planned is going according to the plan, but it's when everything goes wrong. And these individuals that are assigned, they're going to stick with you. So that's why I say one more time, I urge you to show up. Show up. Oh, but I didn't do my makeup yet. Show up. Oh, I didn't shave yet. Show up. I didn't shave my head yet. Show up. I didn't change. Well, change and show up. Now, what's gonna do? What's gonna happen? Like, I don't know. I honestly can't predict the future. But one of the ways we have to sort of predict the future, sort of, because it's not guaranteed, but one of the ways is to create our own future. But Sandro, the future I'm trying to create is crumbling right in front of my eyes. Well, welcome to the club. I know exactly what the feeling is. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, and I even say more. Be unapologetically authentic to yourself. I wrote a post another day talking about being selective, like what was selective, authentic selectiveness, something like in these lines, right? Basically, I was saying be unapologetically authentic to yourself and who you are, but just the whole idea and the whole concept behind the post was just be careful with who you open your Pandora box. Just be careful with who you trust your deepest secrets and things that really bother you. Now, why? I'm not asking you to be fake or by any means, but it's not everyone that is saying that they want your best interest that they actually want your best interest. You would be surprised. And also, as life goes on, we evolve and we change, and things also change. So we are going through the motions of life and saying, oh, how I do this or how I do that. Hey, we gotta keep on going. And then when you find that small circle of individuals that you can share all the things that are going on with you without the fear of being judged, or having these individuals using these your own words against yourself. That's a safe place. But I've been trying to be unapologetically authentic to myself. And then, of course, I've been so passionate as I am. There are situations that are happening in my life that I just have no control. And sometimes I literally sit in my office and I'm sitting and I'm like, okay, I need to do something here. I need to react. And I'm just like motionless. And then I have on my speed dial three individuals, I would say four, but four individuals that I can message at any time. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, 10 p.m. in the night. Like, it's like, hey, things are going down in a way that I don't expect, and I just don't know how to deal with these feelings. And it's interesting because some of them like calls me out ah in a way that really it calls my poop out, like big time. And it hurts, right? Because who wants to be called out? Like nobody wants that. But I appreciate these conversations. So as we're having these conversations, it's just giving me some wake up calls. Hey, wake up! There's a difference between being nice and being stupid. So who are you in the equation? Are you being way too nice or are you being stupid? Create boundaries and enforce these boundaries. Start creating boundaries to yourself. Like, I will not allowed to be treated, then whatever. Or I will show up despite of how I'm feeling. It's also an act of courage. It takes courage to show up. It really does. Especially when people want your head. But I want you to remember that if you are living a season in your life that is very stormy, keep in mind that the storm shall pass, will not last forever. It just can't. Like the storm shall pass. Keep in mind that if you start seeking for wise advice, try to talk to someone that is older than you, like 10, 15, 20 years older than you, 30 years older than you, and they are in a path that is similar to the path you are taking now, and ask them, hey, this is happening and this is happening. Do you have any advice for me? I guarantee you that most of these individuals, they'll come to you and they will say, hey, things, they look pretty bad now, huh? And they say, yes, but you are going to be okay. This storm shall pass. Will not last forever. It can't. And then usually they will share an experience that happened to them in their own lives. Yes, and I remember a time that this happened and this happened and this happened, but here I am and I survived. Which means that I am going to survive. You are going to survive, but we gotta show up. We gotta show up. Have you made some commitments to show up? For example, as I'm doing here every Monday morning at 7 a.m. to show up, even if I'm showing up just for myself. Yes, I will show up. Have I made a commitment to show up for my kids no matter how I feel? Yes, I'm showing up for my kids. Have I made a commitment with my community and some individuals that I already offered some of my talents to be in the environment? And despite of how I feel, I'm going to show up on Sunday mornings to get my guitar, my bass, or the piano, whatever the instrument I'm going to play that Sunday, and show up. Yes, I'm going to show up. Am I going to show up for my loved ones? Despite of the fact that sometimes I just want to crawl under the bed and don't talk to anybody, yes, I'm going to show up. And I'm going to show up to my business environment and for situations that I have to show up. It doesn't matter how I feel, even if it's to go to the meetings and be like slammed by people. Go to meetings to hear some truth, right? Like I had a meeting last week with two amazing individuals that I love, like I love with like love. I love them, and we got in business for oh my goodness, how many years now? 2006, oh, almost 10 years now, 8 years in business. And of course, with everything that is going on in the real estate market, things are crazy. And we had a meeting, and man, in that meeting, they said some hard truth that like the crazy thing, I know, and I just like, guys, I'm sorry. No, stop saying sorry. You gotta act. Your attitude is not helping. And I know, like I said, I know, and I was there, and I showed up regardless of how I feel or how my inability to move and to act. But we gotta show up. Stop worrying about your reputation. Stop worrying about things that you can control. Stop trying to impress people that don't even care about you. Honestly, think about this. When was the last time that you heard something about somebody you know that was like something tragic? They either went through a divorce or they lost their business or they lost money, whatever it is. And usually goes like this. Hey, have you heard about such and such? No, tell me more. Oh, this happened. Whoa. And if somebody that's closer, sometimes you get a phone and send a text message and we even call. And then a few days goes by and then you check on again. And then a few weeks goes by and then you remember, man, I'm gonna call that person. And then a few months goes by and then we don't even talk about. We don't even remember. Because everybody's going with their own challenges and their own problems and their own challenges. But you have this idea that, oh, like, what's going to happen? What people are going to say? Like, some of us are so concerned about other people's opinion that don't really matter, right? But show up. Even if you feel like you're being betrayed, even if you feel like you are living an impossible situation that is not fair, show up. And as I said, my commitment to show up today is a commitment that I made to myself first. Because I know that in a few days, or a few weeks, or a few months, or even a few years, I'm going to come back to this video and say, oh, Sandro, I am here where I am because of that day in July. What day is today? I'm kind of lost. Today is Monday. July 22nd was the day that you didn't feel, but you showed up anyways. Yes, let's continue to show up. And if you lacks endurance, if you lacks motivation to show up, send me a DM. Text my phone, text my Facebook, my Instagram, TikTok, whatever. I am in all the social media anyways. And let's connect. Don't go through these challenges by yourself. And if you need somebody to give you a kick on the butt, you know somebody say, oh my goodness, somebody got a kicked out or got a kick on the butt or whatever that expression is. Be grateful because that's propelling you forward. So yes, of course when you get a kick on the butt, it hurts. Yes, of course it hurts. Are you crazy right now? But shift the perspective. Oh, I was propelled forward and keep on going. Keep on going. Keep on believing. You gotta believe. You gotta have hope, Sandro. Oh man, at times it's really difficult to have hope. Ah, like yeah, it's very hard right now to have hope. Okay, do you have a vision? Because if you have a vision, the hard time will come, but the breakthrough is so close. Every time that you are in the valley and you only see the mountain from far, and you know because you've been at the top of the mountain before, so you know what it feels like to be on the top of the mountain. But now you are in the valley and it's dark and it's foggy and you can't see anything. Keep on going. Oh, but my goodness, I have a partner, and this partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, whatever it is, changed. Hey, they might be saying the same thing about you, that you also changed. Like, I don't like this version of my partner. They may not like this version of you either. But then what do? We keep on going. We keep on showing up despite of what people are going to say. Stop caring about people's opinion. Like, please, I urge you, throw the reputation out of the window and keep on going. Is there any possibility for restore relationships, restore friendships and partnerships? Is there any way for reconciliation? Yes, I want to fight for the reconciliation. No, but I'm fighting alone. Well, do it for yourself. Don't do it for the other person. Because what I'm learning through the challenges I'm going through is that you gotta start to work on yourself first. And you're gonna discover interesting things that are even hard to admit. But as you learn these things about yourself, you break the chain, that bondage that is holding you back so you can keep on going. And friends, I say this, I don't know what tomorrow will hold, but I know where I'm going. I know the vision I have. And it's very hard for me right now to put this vision in practice. So then it's not about how I'm going to do it. I know the what. And I'm not concerned about the how because you know what? I know that God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, will send the who's that will help you to go through this season. And they've been assigned to your life. So they're going to stick with you, ride and dies. And those individuals that are just attached to you, let them go. Let them go and let God let it go. You know the song, let it go, let it go, let it go and keep on going. Ah, this gives me so much hope that in the darkest moments, the darkest seasons, when we understand that nothing will stop my vision, nothing will keep me away from my purpose. Even if it was just to hear my youngest son, as he's saying, to his little new friend, don't say it's impossible. Just say, I'm possible. Ah, if just by that I changed the life of my kid, for me, mission accomplished. So show up. You never know the ripple effect that's going to cause and who are the individuals you're going to impact. So I hope I was able to encourage you this morning, and I hope you start your week in a high note. And I see you next Monday at 7 a.m. The same place, same Zoom link, same Facebook link,